What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. We have another booth tour from Winter Festival, again by VVIP Toys, Anton Wu. So we're going to check out his video. Going to go ahead and mute it. He usually does this in his language, which is not English. I think he's Malaysian. So let's go further. We've already obviously done a video on the Wukong life-size bust, but there's still quite a bit more from Queen Studios. So they showed off their Jet Power Optimus, which I don't really see the difference between that and the Prem one. There's the life-size Optimus, which has been up for pre-order for quite some time. Really impressive life-size. They had the Arnold bust up, which has been up for PO for a long time. This is, in my opinion, the best reveal of the entire event. The Wukong, we have obviously much better photos and videos here. It's insanely impressive. They also have Zubao. I don't know what scale that is. It kind of looked like a third scale, but there's no base. I don't know if it's maybe even like a figure. Really big booth. Looks cool. I've been to a lot of expos before, and this is quite a big booth. Giant walls, and they definitely paid a lot to get this. Yeah, you can see the size of the Jet Power. That thing is enormous. Like, oh my Jupiter. Obviously, the life size is ridiculously big. And then there's the Optimus versus Jet Power diorama. That diorama is tall, but the characters are not super big. They're kind of almost like a 3Z size. It is cool, however, the pose really blocks the details of Megatron. This life-size Optimus is probably the best life-size statue ever made. Like this to me is way cooler than any of the Iron Mans and all that. Obviously, this is very expensive, super tall. Like this wouldn't fit in my basement. Extremely cool, though, no doubt. Just so much going on, so much to see. It's massive. It's like you can't even see his head standing in front of you. You just see his chest. Although I'm not sure like how tall Anton is. I'm gonna assume he's probably like 5'8". Most Asian men are pretty small. I lived in the Philippines. They're pretty small. Nevertheless, that Optimus I think is almost 9 feet. So this looks, I've never seen the Queen Studios in person, but I swear this almost looks bigger. Like this looks huge. The thing is, it's literally the exact same pose. At least they don't have a stick up his butt holding him like the Queen did, or the Prime 1 did. It's still kind of odd they basically made the exact same statue. Although this kind of looks new. Like I don't remember that being on the Prime 1. I think that was like closed on the Prime 1. But again, I'm not a fan of this pose, just standing there. They could have at least given it like a semi-dynamic pose. So that right there is kind of just like, those who wanted Jet Power bought the Prime 1 long ago. I just don't feel like there's going to be a huge market for this. So I feel like it was a bad decision to make this. It's also going to be very expensive. Like that's probably $4 to $5 grand at least. All right, so check this out. We have Aragorn and Gandalf, 1/3 scale. This is kind of like their J&D styled 1/3 scale. It's really meant to, combat J&D. No doubt looks phenomenal. Silicone, hand punched hair, everything you could want. It's basically a J&D styled piece. Very similar base where it's a square base, black underbase, nameplate. It really is just like, copy and paste of a J&D. But they're beating J&D to the punch. So when J&D eventually does an Aragorn and a Gandalf, it's like they could have just bought this, and Queen's typically cheaper. Now this Gandalf, that likeness is seriously impressive, like 95+%. That is so freaking good. I think that's definitely, one of the best Gandalfs I've seen in terms of likeness. Much better than Infinity Suit's half scale. Now here's the Ben Affleck 1/4 scale, all the different versions of his suit. Very cool for sure. I feel like this, and then if you do like the Iron Man version next to it, you have the DC, Marvel, Iron Man and Batman are kind of similar characters. I feel like that'd just be really cool. Their quarter scale are smaller in my opinion. They're not true quarter scale. They are smaller. The detail's very good, but the scaling is off in my opinion. All these look pretty cool though, for sure. I like them. Likeness is great on that Ben Affleck. Yeah, like that core shell's good. This looks like, let's see, a 3rd scale maybe, Joker. That looks cool. I like it. Really good detail on the face. Looks like possibly mixed media on the clothes. Okay base, not a lot going on, so kind of boring. They could have done more with that base. Then you have a Batman, I believe that's like the Dark Knight version, stomping on some dude. Giant cape. 1/4 scale, it says right there. I don't know who that dude is. He has something covering his eyes, a lot of mud. That cape is flowing back. Giant arm peg right there. That cape looks like it'd be a pain to display. Then we have the Arnold bust. So Arnold bust looks great, no doubt. I do not plan to get this. Here's the thing. Yes, the likeness is very good. The shotgun is cool. The base has some cool elements, but it's a little busy. However, my battle damage one, the battle damage portion is what I love so much. You know, so yeah, like having the endo and that is just a little busy in my opinion. Like I'm not a huge fan of that. And the coolest part of the base is actually on the back part where it has this little diorama. However, it's in the back, so unless you have this on, like, on a Lazy Susan or in the middle of the room, you're just not going to be seeing this. I like to see it not lit up as well. I do like this a lot. Like, that is so cool. The front part is just a little busy. Silicone looks great. Those textures, the veins, the knuckle bone, you know, looks like a real hand. Then he's holding his shotgun and or grenade launcher. Let's skip this. By the way, how many of you are watching Agatha right now? I'm watching it. It's okay. It's typical kind of cheesy, lame Disney Plus. All right, yeah. So this, I swear, almost looks like a half scale. I like this a lot. I don't like the fact there's no base, but the details look really good. You know, like real hair, and it looks really good. Depending on the price and the exact scaling, I would be interested because I do like him a lot in the game. I do not like that base at all, whatever that is. Like, is that a base or what's going on here? Him and his rake. Yeah, this looks excellent. Like, the teeth look really well done. Definitely a fan of this piece for sure. You know, like, this could obviously pair with the bust. It's not life size, but it's probably half scale or 3rd scale. He's not super big in the game. He's a small character. No, I'd say it's at least 3rd scale or half scale. The details look amazing, though. Like, look at that rake detail. Very fine detail. Mixed media. Yeah, look at that. He's like what's up with that? He's like standing on like a plastic thing. That's weird. Maybe they just didn't finish the base yet. And then you have Black Myth Wukong life-size bust. The best bust Queen Studios has ever done in silicone. Like, look at that armor. Like, that is insane. Extremely cool. Just so much going on. The giant, like, dragons, the rope, all the little detail. It's, like, so much to look at. You know, it's like when you look at, like, the Arnold, then I look at this. I feel like this is so much better than the Arnold in every way. He's holding the gourd. In case you're unfamiliar, this is like what you drink to regain like health or, you know, different stuff in the game. That portrait is freaking amazing. All that hand punched hair, perfect likeness to Wukong in the game. And, you know, the armor just looks so good. They did a one arm, you know, but look at that. The glass eyes, the hair looks so good. You know, I would, obviously this hair is professionally styled. Coming out of the box, though, I don't think it'd be too hard to get that hair that good, though. You know, it's just a little bit of hairspray and then just poked up. It's not that difficult. Yeah, the silicone looks amazing. Eyes perfect. I like the fact he's holding his gourd. Yeah, look at that hand, the fingernails, the hair in the hand. Very, very good. Looks like they use like real rope here on the gourd. The base looks awesome, you know, Chinese themed. Now, this is obviously a Chinese mythology character in case you're unfamiliar with the game or the character. I love the base, the giant dragon there. Super, like, you know, fitting and just looks phenomenal. You got that silicone ear. Just absolutely insane, folks. I'm curious on the pricing. All right, then we come to the in art. So this is, you know, much more for those figure and hot toy type collectors. Obviously, I'm not huge into this, but I can at least, you know, appreciate the detail and, you know, whatnot. You know, it seems like for 1/6 with in art and what's, you know, even J&D now, they're doing more high quality figures. I feel like it's almost like mini J&Ds. They're not silicone, they're typically plastic, but they look insanely good. Like they even got a Wukong version. All right, looks like that is it. Yeah, that's cool. They got a Wukong version. I know they also have the Zhao guy as well. But yeah, overall, I mean, Queen showed multiple products that they have shown previously that, you know, like the Optimus life size, the Arnold, which as far as I'm aware, the Arnold sold really well. Like that's sold out for the most part. The Optimus, I doubt that was sold out. I doubt it sold super good. Just, you know, it's too expensive. Only the elite wealthy will be buying that. Kind of surprising they're showing Arnold because I'm like, shouldn't that be well into production, about to ship in the next 6 months? I feel like they should have shown off something else. You'll notice that we didn't see any new Marvel stuff, which typically Marvel's been the highlight of Queen for the last like 5 years. As far as I'm, you know, been told, they no longer have the Marvel license, you know, which I'm okay with that, honestly, because I finished my Marvel bust wall. You know, I was hoping for a Hawkeye bust, but it's fine if I don't get him. He is my least favorite of the Avenger team. You know, but it's probably for the best because then it makes me finish my Marvel setup and they can focus on other, you know, IPs and genres like video games and different older movies. So it's probably for the best they don't have it, honestly. You know, so overall, though, that Black Myth Wukong bust really stole the show for me. So huge congrats to Queen. Great showing overall. Really enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think and which of these you guys plan to collect. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.